to the people. That's just the folks that are in charge. Not everybody else, like on the ground level. Some people don't care. Some
Most people don't care.
Okay, most people don't care.
But they still go along with it because nobody wants to be the one who gets called out by the mean girls on Twitter that you're not, you're not in line with the wokest of the woke. So they get into, you're right, people don't really care.
Yeah.
But we've seen it too many times where they also don't want to stick their neck out.
Bill Maher's dramatic and legendary moment happens when he confronts an awakened guest over an offensive comment and then suddenly cuts them off. Taking hold of the debate, he refuses to let the awakened narrative dominate, providing a harsh critique that leaves audiences stunned. Many have labeled this heated conversation one of the year's most successful takedowns on the Club Random program. With his trademark wit and piercing sarcasm, Maher continues to stay firm while the war for awakened ideology heats up. If you trust in reason and logic in the face of ideological extremism, Bance advises you must watch this. Bill Nye's No Nonsense approach stresses his growing rejection of awakened culture and his willingness to challenge flawed notions head-on. From his caustic comebacks to his tireless search for truth, Maher once again proves why he remains an essential figure in today's cultural debates. In this now viral video, Bill Maher takes aim at the ridiculous woke agenda once again.
Mine just sounds like John Mulaney, I guess. Just
okay, there you go.
I mean,
but so that's funny, and it is funny. I always laugh at it, but I can't. If I did a black voice, they'd be canceling me the next day. That's just like, really, you don't trust me.
That's to the people. That's just the folks that are in charge. Not everybody else, like on the ground level. Some people don't care. Some
Most people don't care.
Okay, most people don't care.
But they still go along with it because nobody wants to be the one who gets called out by the mean girls on Twitter that you're not, you're not in line with the wokest of the woke. So they get into, you're right, people don't really care.
Yeah.
But we've seen it too many times where they also don't want to stick their neck out.
Right.
Not that it should be something that requires that much courage, but I don't know if you saw Bobby Kennedy endorsed Trump.
Yes.
Right.
Bill Maher made a solid point, and I feel bound to expound on it. Imagine this. The notoriously amusing Jay Faroa actually plays out an accent in a film. What happened? Not a single thing. Why? For the simple reason that it is considered hilarious, maybe with the addition of an exaggerated statement for effect. No one bats an eye. Now flip the script. Imagine Bill Maher trying to emulate someone with a really unique speaking style. What's the reaction? He'd be canceled, without a doubt. Not just called out, totally canceled, 100%. And that's the reality we're living in. The double standard is quite evident. Jay Farrow creating an impersonation isn't problematic. It's simple fun. But if someone like Bill Maher attempted a comparable copy, even as a joke, it wouldn't matter if his goals were funny or harmless. Hollywood, Twitter, and the cancel culture mob would come for him. It's not about the act itself. It's about the power dynamics at play.
And then, he's married to Cheryl Hines.
Yes.
Larry David's work wife on Curb Your Enthusiasm and many other projects. And, I know her, I know them, and I really felt bad for her because they came after her. And, Bobby Kennedy, he does do a lot and say a lot of weird fucking shit. I mean, eating bears and cutting up dead whales. And I mean, what the fuck? And a worm in his brain.
Yeah, he must watch some, he must watch anime or some shit. It's fucked up. You know what I'm talking about.
I mean, I know what anime is.
Okay. You know what hentai anime is?
I don't know what hentai is.
That's some other crazy.
What is it?
It's like anime. It's like fucked up shit. Like motherfucker tentacles and shit like that.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, so he must be watching. He must be seeing some of that type of thing too.
I remember reading something about that Japanese got into the tentacles because for some reason I think they were censored after the war so that you couldn't show a
I didn't know that.
I'm not sure I know it. I'm just saying I think I read that. But then that makes sense to me. I feel like that does resonate, that there was some very strict laws about what you could show, and so that the tentacle became sort of a replacement for the
Yeah,
and then they got into it because humans are fucked up like that.
they like octopus. That's what they like. Octopus.
As opposed to octoroon.
Octoroon, yep, which is 1/8, yep. And thank you, because that's a new word I've learned. I had never heard of that.
Well,
Octoroon.
we're gonna have to find out how offensive it's gonna be. But I meant no offense, and you took no offense, right?
I didn't.
No, it's historical. It's historical.
It's a
It's
a word that's been used
it shows that
for centuries.
people back then were like just obsessed with race. And then I feel like they got less obsessed. Now they're back to it.
Absolutely.
So maybe we'll be hearing that word again.
There's a small but influential group on social media, mainly Twitter, who thrive on this. Canceling people has become a sport to them. They seem to care about something extremely little, and suddenly, everyone else jumps in line to dread becoming the next victim. Hollywood responds the same way. Out of fear, not actual caring. Think about it. If an actor today tried to pull off a satirical or exaggerated impersonation that pushed boundaries, they wouldn't just endure criticism. They'd be banned altogether, along with everyone who dared to greenlight the movie. That's the world we're in now. Bill Maher called it out perfectly. The mass of people don't actually care. Most individuals know when something is purely comedy and move on, but this minuscule minority with outsized influence keeps the cycle rolling, urging others to seem outraged for the sake of appearances. And that's the problem. The cancel culture crowd has turned outrage into amusement, a game where the purpose is to tear someone down. It's not about justice or morality, it's about power and spectacle. So kudos to Bill Maher for bringing this out. He's not only starting to wake up to this reality, he is standing up to it. And more people need to follow suit. The mass of us see through the nonsense. It's time to stop enabling a vocal minority to set the conventions of comedy and society. So, what do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments section below. And if you don't want to miss out on the hottest celebrity news, make sure to subscribe to Daily Finder.